Now, word on the street is that Emma Meesseman, has been receiving offers from several WNBA teams. I did a video a couple months ago letting you guys know how the Fever should have been trying to sign her, but I don't think she really wanted to come to the W. Well, looked like she could be very much on the way. Andy Constable stated, as the WNBA itches closer to midseason cut, down date players, Wave could be an indicator of teams trying to sign DeWanna Bonner and Emma Meesseman. Yes.
Emma Meesseman appears poised to enter the WNBA as one of basketball's most sought-after free agents available. Recent developments suggest the Belgian star could potentially join forces with rising sensation Caitlin Clark, creating significant buzz throughout the league. According to sports journalist Annie Costabale's recent reporting, Meesseman has emerged as a priority target for multiple WNBA franchises. The situation has intensified as teams navigate the league's mid-season roster decisions, with several organizations making strategic moves to create roster space.
Up to this point, Paige Beckers had missed 4 games, I think, and I think Caitlin had missed 5 games. Like, as far as I'm aware, these votes were done a few games ago. Because Kiki Iriafen got 8 in the media and she got 8 in the players. And Kiki Iriafen has had 3 absolute stinkers in a row. Like, Kiki Iriafen, if you look at the stats, I'm pretty sure is below Leah Boston in essentially every stat that matters. And her team's worse than Leah Boston's team. But there is, for me,
the WNBA's mid-season cut-down deadline of July 13th has created urgency across the league, occurring 24 hours before the season's midpoint. Teams must finalize their rosters by waiving players, and recent activity has seen the Golden State Valkyries and Las Vegas Aces both releasing multiple players to adjust their lineups. Multiple league sources indicate that Meesseman remains undecided about returning to WNBA competition, but has attracted widespread interest from contending teams. Minnesota, New York, and Phoenix have positioned themselves as the strongest candidates to secure her services, particularly given her status as the 2019 Finals MVP.
And I'm telling you right now, Indiana Fever fans has talked about all of this stuff over X, how the front office need to make a move to try to get Emma Meesseman, which I'm going to share that after we go through this article, man. So, as of right now, DeWanna Bonner is not picked up, and it says the WNBA's midseason cut down date is fast approaching, and free agent force like DeWanna Bonner and Emma Meesseman will factor in decisions for several teams.
Meanwhile, Deanna Bonner's situation presents a contrasting narrative. The two-time WNBA champion has struggled to find a new team following her departure from Indiana. Initial expectations suggested Phoenix would pursue Bonner, but according to insider reports, discussions regarding her potential signing have stalled significantly. Bonner's abrupt exit from the Fever has reportedly created hesitation among team executives league-wide. The manner of her departure has raised concerns about her commitment level, with multiple sources suggesting that Indiana's front office may have communicated their displeasure to other organizations.
There's no real argument to Paige over Caitlin right now. Caitlin has won more games. Has won more games than Paige when she's been on the floor. Paige has won 3 games this season. Caitlin has won 5. Out of 9, I think Paige has played 13. And at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's not that egregious putting Paige above Caitlin. But as you can see, 4v9, Sabrina Ionescu. If you guys don't know the lore with Sabrina Ionescu, the players...
Indiana Fever supporters have rallied on social media platforms, urging their franchise to pursue Meesseman aggressively. The prospect of pairing the international star with Caitlin Clark has energized the fan base, who view this combination as potentially transformative for the organization's championship aspirations. Meesseman's elite skill set and proven playoff experience make her an attractive addition for any contender. Her versatility as a forward who can stretch the floor and create matchup problems has made her one of the most coveted players not currently on a WNBA roster.
WNBA teams have until July 13, have until July 13, 24 hours before midpoint of the season to waive players. So we're just seeing teams waive players yesterday and today. I think the Valkyries went on a waiving spree, and they waived some players. Then we have none other than the
Liberty, Lynx, and Mercury have emerged as the most likely destinations for Meesseman, though the exact timeline for her decision remains unclear. Each organization offers unique advantages, from championship experience to young core players who could complement her veteran presence. As the deadline approaches, teams continue evaluating their roster construction and salary cap situations. The ability to create space for a player of Meesseman's caliber requires careful financial planning and potentially difficult personnel decisions. Bonner's situation serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of professional conduct in a league where reputation and relationships carry significant weight. Her championship pedigree cannot overcome concerns about reliability and team chemistry that have emerged from her Indiana experience.
What they're doing to Caitlyn, they did to Sabrina Ionescu before Caitlyn got there. Now they all pretend to love Sabrina. But, like, Sabrina, there was one year where she didn't get an all-star starter because she was, like, second in fan vote. She was, like, third in media vote. And she got, I think it was 19th in player vote. I think they voted her as the 19th best guard in the WNBA 2 seasons ago. And then didn't get a starter spot because of it. Alicia Gray, deservedly all-star. No questions about that. However, the dream have been...
The contrast between these two situations highlights the different factors that influence player movement in the WNBA. While talent remains paramount, character considerations and cultural fit have become increasingly important as teams build sustainable winning programs. Recent interviews with team officials have emphasized the importance of chemistry and continuity in building successful rosters. Coaches and executives are prioritizing players who demonstrate commitment to organizational values and long-term team success.
Las Vegas Aces, they waived some players yesterday as well. And as of right now, it's looking like DeWanna Bonner possibly could not be getting picked up. So the article goes on to say, according according to multiple sources, the interest.
The Indiana Fever's rebuild around Caitlin Clark represents one of the league's most intriguing storylines, with the franchise seeking veteran players who can accelerate their competitive timeline. Adding a player of Meesseman's caliber could significantly impact their playoff prospects. Market dynamics continue evolving as teams balance immediate competitiveness with future flexibility. The ability to attract and retain top international talent like Meesseman has become a crucial factor in organizational success.
I was about to say the dream of imploding, but they did beat the Liberty. Kelsey Mitchell over Caitlin Clark is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Like, I don't even think Kelsey Mitchell, like, when it's all said and done, like, I think if you ask Kelsey Mitchell right now, she thinks she's the best player in the WNBA. I think when it's all said and done, I don't even think Kelsey Mitchell will put herself above Caitlin Clark. Skylar Diggins, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Kelsey Plum at 16th is wild. But in my opinion, the most wild one of all these is Jackie Young at 12th, down here at the bottom. So Jackie Young.
League insiders suggest that Meesseman's decision timeline could extend beyond the initial cut-down date, as teams may continue pursuing her throughout the season depending on roster developments and injury situations. The broader implications of these roster moves extend beyond individual teams, as the league continues establishing itself as a premier destination for international basketball talent. Successful integration of players like Meesseman strengthens the WNBA's global appeal and competitive level.
In Meesseman, who is considering a return to the WNBA, but has not definitely made up her mind. It stands across the league, man. Contenders like Minnesota, New York, and even Phoenix have the best shots. This is what they saying. Atlanta in the 2019 Finals MVP. There was an expectation around the league that Bonner could end up in Phoenix. And according to multiple sources, DeWanna Bonner discussions around signing her, the two-time WNBA, was excluded. Bonner is a two-time WNBA.
Financial considerations also play a role in these decisions, as teams must balance star player acquisitions with overall roster depth and development of younger players. The salary cap structure requires strategic thinking about resource allocation. Phoenix's interest in both players reflects their aggressive approach to roster construction, though their priorities may shift based on availability and fit within their existing system. The Mercury's championship window remains open with their current core.
Is putting up crazy numbers. She is the 1A to Aja Wilson's 1B. And if you guys don't know, like, her and Aja, in my opinion, have been equivalent for the year. Jackie Young's been healthy the entire year. And there are two guards not on this list that the players voted above Caitlin Clark. There are, what? Like eight players maybe not on this list. And the thing is, like, if Kayla McBride was one of the players, she missed like 6 games to start the year. So they're not.
Minnesota's young core and upward trajectory offer a different appeal, particularly for players interested in being part of a developing championship contender rather than joining an established powerhouse. The timing of these decisions coincides with the league's continued growth in popularity and media attention. High-profile player movements generate additional interest and scrutiny from fans and media outlets. As teams finalize their mid-season rosters, the ripple effects of these decisions will influence competitive balance throughout the remainder of the season and potentially into future seasons as well.
Champion, but as of right now, there's not a lot of teams that want to sign DeWanna Bonner for how she quit the Fever, bro. I told y'all. The Indiana Fever front office, I made a video about this, bro. About the Fever front office, putting word out to the league, bro, to not sign her, bro. So her quitting on the team is not a good look at all. At all. Not even a little bit.
The recent WNBA All-Star voting results have sparked considerable discussion regarding how league players evaluated talent across different positions. The player voting specifically ranked Caitlin Clark as the 9th best performer at her position, a placement that has generated significant debate about the assessment criteria used by fellow athletes. When examining the overall rankings, Paige Bucker secured a higher position than Clark in the All-Star selections, while both players experienced similar injury-related absences from games. With each missing approximately the same number of contests, their statistical contributions and team success metrics tell different stories. Clark's squad achieved 5 victories in 9 appearances, while Bucker's team managed 3 wins across 13 games played.
I'm voting her in. It's Chelsea Gray. Like, we know it's going to be Chelsea Gray. We know it's Chelsea Gray. This league has some obsession with Chelsea Gray. And Chelsea Gray's a bucket, don't get me wrong, but she's not a point guard. This league has some absolute weird obsession with Chelsea Gray. It's actually frightening. It is frightening. She's a solid 2 guard, but like Jackie Young's running the show. And like I tweeted out this as well. So obviously this is the tweet. Is one of the tweets that I was using, but I tweeted out this earlier. I was like, 1, Jackie Young, come back to Indiana, but guess which player.
The voting pattern reveals interesting historical parallels with previous players who faced similar scrutiny. Sabrina Ionescu experienced comparable treatment in past seasons, receiving the 19th position in player voting despite strong fan and media support, ultimately preventing her from securing a starter position. This pattern suggests a recurring theme in how established players evaluate emerging talent. Several specific placements warrant examination. Kelsey Mitchell's positioning above Clark raises questions, particularly given Mitchell's overall impact compared to Clark's comprehensive statistical profile. Similarly, Skylar Diggins-Smith's ranking, while defensible, contributes to the broader discussion about evaluation criteria.
Not even a little bit of a good look, man. So we got some Indiana Fever fans as of right now is lighting the fire up under the front office, but to get Emma Meesseman, man. These fans ain't messing around. Emma Meesseman is like that, bro. She's like that, dog. Now, there's a lot of people saying that Emma Meesseman could end up with the Liberty Lynx or the Mercury. As of right now, we don't know where the hell she could end up. But who wouldn't want to come join Caitlin Clark? They could figure.
Kelsey Plum's 16th place finish appears particularly surprising given her substantial contributions, including averages of 20.6 points, 6 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game alongside 1.5 steals. Jackie Young's 12th position represents perhaps the most questionable ranking, considering her exceptional performance as a primary playmaker alongside Oja Wilson's dominant presence. The statistical comparison between Clark and Natasha Cloud reveals striking disparities. Despite playing 8 fewer games than Cloud, Clark accumulated more total points throughout the season. Cloud's third-place assists ranking provides context for her selection, though other statistical categories favor Clark significantly. Even during Clark's shooting struggles, her three-point percentage exceeded Cloud's, while also converting 6 additional three-pointers in substantially fewer games.
The WNBA voters voted the 4th best guard, but the other 3 were 9th and lower. Kelsey Plum, 20.6, rounding up, 21, 6, and well, 1.5, just put at 1.5. 18, 5, 9, and 1.6 steals per game. 9, 4 boards, 6.5 steals, and 1.5, or 6.5 assists, 1.5 steals. 18, 4, 4, and 1.3 steals.
Multiple players ranked above Clark aren't even the primary guards on their respective teams. Brittany Sykes, for instance, operates alongside Sonia Citron, who arguably serves as the superior guard option. This pattern raises questions about the voting methodology and whether players evaluated individual merit or team dynamics. The Liberty's struggles without key players like Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones highlight another inconsistency. Despite having highly ranked players including Cloud and Ionescu, the team's performance deteriorated significantly without certain contributors, suggesting the individual rankings may not reflect actual impact on winning.
Figure out a way to get Emma Meesseman, man. I don't give a damn. They definitely can figure out a way to get her signed on his basketball team. I want to see Emma Meesseman on his basketball team. Bro, she's the best player out there still that's left. But as of right now, DeWanna Bonner is not on any damn teams. We should have seen this coming, bro. I told y'all. Wasn't nobody going to sign DeWanna Bonner. It's over with. She might as well just retire or wait.
Young and Plum appear to have received the most questionable treatment in these rankings. Young maintained exceptional health throughout the season while delivering consistent elite performance. Her partnership with Wilson created one of the league's most effective tandems, yet the voting failed to reflect this impact adequately. The voting pattern suggests potential bias towards certain college backgrounds and established networks within the league. Players from specific programs appear to receive more favorable consideration, while others face additional scrutiny regardless of their professional accomplishments.
While, if we're looking at the percentages here, let's compare Jackie Young to Natasha Cloud. Even with Caitlin Clark on her, like the 56th in points per game, Caitlin Clark has more points this season than Jackie Young. Sorry, not Jackie Young, than Natasha Cloud. Caitlin Clark has more points this season than Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud, I'm not joking when I say this, has played, am I right in saying she's played 8 more games than Caitlin Clark? I think she's played 8 more games than Caitlin.
Historical precedent shows similar treatment of players who disrupted established hierarchies. Ionescu faced comparable voting patterns before gaining acceptance, suggesting this represents a recurring phenomenon rather than isolated incidents targeting specific individuals. The geographical and educational connections among voters seem to influence rankings beyond pure basketball merit. Notre Dame, UConn, and other traditional programs maintain strong representation in favorable voting, while players from different backgrounds encounter additional obstacles.